and the dip keeps on dipping. Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm your beautiful host, Young Buffett, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at CLOV. We're going to take a look at the overall market. We're going to take a look at dark pool data. We're going to take a look at Max Pane. We're going to take a look at some option plays. We're going to take a look at the overall price of the stock. We're going to come up with a little strategy. We might not. We're just gonna do stuff like we always do. Speaking of do stuff, scroll down, go to Finery, join Finery, and hang out with the Cool Kids Club where we talk about stocks all day long. Next, Ape Wisdom. So Ape Wisdom covers Wall Street Bets, Wall Street Bets New, Wall Street Bets Elite, stocks, stock market, investing, SPACs, options, day trading, and newly added short squeeze subreddits. So they look at the trending stocks on Reddit for the past 24 hours. Number one, makes sense, SPY. So a lot's going on in the overall market. Things are looking kind of shaky. Bond rates, the Fed's talking, China. What else? There's a lot. There's a lot going on. So buckle up. We're in for some volatility. And by volatility, I mean up and down. So just the overall market's being weird. I wouldn't worry too much about CLOV though. Next, we have Smile Direct Club. As we all know, I don't really care. Then we got Tesla, GameStop, QQQ, Alibaba, ATER, Camber, Palantir has been getting wrecked recently. I don't know if you guys have been looking at that. AMC, Micron had earnings today and they missed. Apple, AMD, Canoe, BBIG, Microsoft, then CLOV. So CLOV overall, 62% positive public sentiment. Nearby words including Wish, Smile Direct Club, Sophie, Posts, TMC, BB, GoEV, Holding, Up, Bot, Sell, AMC, Time, More, Next. I don't know if you noticed, but Wish, Smile Direct Club, SoFi, BB, GoEV, AMC. That's 6 other stocks that people are talking about when they're talking about CLOV. What I get out of that is sympathy play ideas. If Smile Direct Club goes up, if SoFi goes up, if GoEV goes up, if AMC goes up, or BlackBerry, could that also rise the tide for stocks like CLOV, GameStop, and whoever else is in that bucket? So it should be interesting to watch and document. I'll keep an eye out on that. Next, we have Swaggy Stocks that takes a look at Wall Street Bets positive public and negative public sentiment and comment volume. First up, we got Tesla, Baba, Smile Direct Club, QQQ, Palantir, MU, Apple, Wish, F, GME, AMD, Amazon, GoEV, Microsoft, SoFi, Nvidia, CLNE, then CLOV. So CLOV, again, working its way down the list in comment volume, but that's okay. It's going to do its thing. When other overall market stuff gets in the way, people kind of shy away from talking specific stocks and start talking about overall stocks. So comment volume hasn't really moved much, but the stock price has. So it kind of peaked out a little bit yesterday at around 820 or so, and then working its way right back down to 786 at the time of this recording. The Max Pane hasn't changed. It's still 8. So that's interesting to see. For next week, it's still 8. For the week after that, it's still 8. For the week after that, it's 8.5. For the week after that, it is still 8. So curious to see how this closes this week. We're very close to the Max Pane. And that's why I'm documenting this, because if the stock just keeps continuing to close at Max Pane, that's a really clear indication that this thing is just really controlled and really manipulated to wherever the market makers want you to be. Again, Max Pane shows you the strike price that the stock should be at to cause the most amount of pain to the calls and the puts. So very curious to see if we do close at or near the 8. Historically, we've seen it. If the Max Pane was 8, closes at 7.5 or 8.5. So anywhere around this range is what I'm expecting. Anything below that kind of sketches me out, but let's hope for the best here. Dark pool data, the shorts are back. Net short volume, negative 1.8 million. Net short volume in dollars is negative 15 million. So if you've been keeping track of this dark pool data, it did go positive earlier this week. It was negative 1 million. It was negative 3 million. It was negative 2 million. And then it became 1 million. And now it's back down to negative 1 million. So the shorts are back. And I assume it's from yesterday's little spike up. Every time the stock goes up, it just gets shorted right back down. And part of the reason for that, and I've talked about this in one of my other videos before, but it makes sense to me. If the stock shoots up, call premiums also shoot up in price. So then people start selling calls. So then people start shorting the stock even more and get more premium out of it. And then they wait until it expires, and then the stock shoots back up again. And then they short it again because the call premiums shoot back up. So it's just very interesting to see that cycle just keep repeating itself. You can see it here. So many things. There we go. You can see it here. It spiked up a little bit to like 950, worked its way right back down to 8, and then consolidated it a little bit. It did the same thing the other day where it spiked up. Now it's probably going to consolidate a little bit more. The options premiums were getting juicy yesterday on the call side, and we did see a lot of volume on that. So it only makes sense that when the stock price goes up, people will short it, bring it right back down. So whether you are buying and holding, whether you are flipping options, whatever you're doing, just be careful. Dollar cost average, use time to your advantage. We're still holding our 409 shares. I stopped buying for about like a month or so, just letting it consolidate and do its thing. Recently bought back 100 shares at 770, looking to possibly sell some calls if we do see some upside, but we are currently still down negative 22%. So if you have any questions, please leave it down in the comments below. If you have any suggestions on the best way to play this, I'm open to all sorts of feedback. So I'm looking for you guys to take a look at this stuff. It's meant to be educational and entertaining in a way. I'm pretty much documenting my journey every step of the way. So if you have any feedback, I'm more than open to it. With that, I love you, and I'll see you on the next video.